Good evening, friends, and welcome to yet another awesome session of Mindful Living. We truly appreciate your taking out the time and joining us today. Before we dive into our session today, I would like you to share with us in the chat where are you joining from, and did you enjoy this music that we played for you before the start of the session. Good evening, Vineet ji. Thank you, Mayur. Thank you. Friends, we would like you to keep this session interactive. This is the very powerful session we are going to have today. So we'll derive best value from the session if we keep it interactive. I'll begin by asking you a few questions. Thank you. Thank you, Vasudev ji. Begin by asking a question. Please type why if any one of these resonate with you. And feel free to type why multiple times. If you feel stuck, if you feel I'm working very hard but not moving ahead, do you face high levels of stress due to demanding work schedules and expectations? Do you struggle to manage stress and manage a positive mindset? Please keep typing why if any of these or one or more of these apply to you. You feel overwhelmed, mentally overloaded, low energy, always stressed. Do you struggle to balance professional responsibilities with personal and family life? Would you like to build resilience and master work life balance? Do you seek financial security and a roadmap for financial abundance? Do you want long term financial stability and create wealth for your next generation? Friends, please keep your responses coming in. I want more success, but my habits, emotions, and money behaviors pull me down. I see only Vineet ji and Mayur ji responding. Vasudev, thank you. Friends, please everybody be active. Are you keen about self improvement and success habits but lack consistent practice? Are you ambitious and striving for career growth, seeking recognition, and aiming to transition into leadership roles? Are you interested in developing leadership skills and becoming an inspiring leader? Thank you. Do you believe in continuous learning and growth? Thank you for your enthusiastic response. If answer to any or more of these questions is a yes, then you are at the right place at the right time, because in the session we're going to explore how by having a systematic learning plan you can have a solution to all the challenges that we just discussed about. One of my teachers used to say that there is only one thing that keeps us from getting what we want in our life. Any guesses on what that is? What is one thing that stops us from getting what we want in our life? Learning, absolutely, absolutely, Vinitji. If we have the knowledge to deal with the challenges or problems that we are having, then we will have all the solutions and we can easily get to where we want to go in our life. So between us and our goals, there is only knowledge that stops us from getting what we want. And it's not only about us. If you think about it in terms of nation or the world, all the challenges that the humanity is facing today can be resolved if we know how do we address those challenges. But if we know this, then why don't we learn? And partially that is because we are too busy doing to take out time for learning. Does this resonate with some of you? Please type me if this resonates with you. Yes, yes, Vinit ji, perfect. Very well said. Does this image resonate with you? Please type me if this resonates with you. Yeah, that's true for many of us, Mayur. Yeah, thank you for sharing. There are multiple reasons why we are not able to take out time to invest in our own learning and development. One is family responsibilities. There is so much going on in our families. We have to look after children, parents, siblings, so many other things. The other factor is the learning is not very actively engaged, and some people think that learning gets over the minute we step out of college. So all the learning has to happen in college, and after that, it's all time for fun, no need for learning. But the fact is the pace at which our world is changing so fast, we all need to be lifelong learners. And another factor is, there is a sense of overwhelm, what to study, because there is so much of information overload, what to study and how much time to study. These are some of the challenges which prevent us from learning. And that is why we have created the SLP program for you. It's a very carefully designed year-long calendar so that you don't learn randomly, but you grow systematically. And irrespective of whatever challenge you might be facing, which we just discussed a while back, whether it is stress, lack of focus, career stagnation, financial confusion, inconsistent habits, challenges in emotional regulation, no direction, or you're finding challenges in manifesting what you want or growing into leadership positions, we have got specific programs which address one or more of these challenges. So it's a very well thought through, and during the next 45 minutes or so, that is what I'm going to be taking you through. Overall session time is about 75 minutes to 90 minutes. But 45 minutes is what we will talk about about the program that we have, and then we are going to have few of our participants from the previous programs to come and share their experiences in brief, so that you know that how this program works and how it helps people. For those of you who are joining the session for a first time, I'm an MBA from Symbiosis Pune, a certified mindfulness meditation teacher, and before I started Mindful Living, I worked in the corporate sector with companies like Xerox, Tata AIA, Future Rally, and Mars India. I started Mindful Living in 2018. And in 2020, April, the Mindful Living community was formed, where we started doing pro bono sessions for community on weekends to help people lead healthier, happier, and wealthier lives. What started as a group of 10 friends getting together to practice mindfulness has now grown to be a vibrant community of over 1,000 people. And if you would like to be a part of this vibrant community where people support each other in living consciously, you can scan the QR code shared here and join the WhatsApp community. Also, to view the previous, we have over 250 sessions on our YouTube channel. If you would like to revisit or visit some of those sessions, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. I would once again urge you to be actively engaged, keep your cameras on so that you derive maximum value out of this session. Multitasking is a myth. That is what we are going to talk about briefly in the session also. So don't try multitasking. It reduces your productivity. Keep your cameras on so that you can derive the best value. Keep a notepad and a pen handy, because we're going to do some reflection questions, and I'm going to request you to write down some of the things. So keep a notepad and pen ready, and also don't believe everything I'm saying till you actually practice what we are sharing, and listen to the people who have gone through this journey and have benefited immensely from it. So for next 75 to odd minutes, please ensure that you are not disturbed so that you can get maximum value out of this. So friends, let us, SIP is something that all of you would be familiar with. This is a very popular term. Systematic investment plan. Basically, how it works is, suppose anyone earns 1 lakh rupees, you keep aside 10 or 20,000 rupees on a monthly basis. So you decide that in advance, that out of my income I'm going to set X percentage aside, and the balance income is what I'm going to enjoy my life or meet my responsibilities with. Then we thought, why not apply the same concept to the most important resource that we have got, which is our time. And that motivated us to come up with the concept of systematic learning plan, where you decide in 2025 in advance what you're going to learn in 2026. And I would like you to answer this simple question, and feel free to use your calculators on the phone or otherwise, as to how many hours do we have in a year. Please type in the chat how many hours we have in a year. Please use your calculators. And yeah, thank you Richard, thank you Vineet. Anybody else? Yeah, 8,760. Yeah, okay. Anybody else? So 365 days into 24 hours, 8,760 is the correct answer. Now my next question to you is, how many hours out of the 8,760 hours we have in a year we should devote to our learning? This is not a trick question. This is just an estimate of how many hours you think out of 3,000 or 8,760 that we should devote in our own learning. As per you, no right or wrong answers. As per you, how many hours should we devote to our learning? The hours has been missed there. Please read it as how many hours should we devote to our learning. 365 hours, Vineet, very nice. Thank you for sharing that. Anybody else? 250, Mayur, thank you. Okay. Anybody else? How many hours? We have 13 people on this. 260, yeah, 260, 360, 250. All good answers, and it's up to us how much time we want to devote. And this is basically a conscious call that we need to take. However, what we're going to urge you in the SLP is to not set aside 360 hours or 260 hours or 250 hours, but only 60 hours. Out of the 8,760 hours, invest 60 hours into the systematic learning plan. Thank you, Vasudev. And see the difference it's going to make in the months and years to come. So this is the systematic learning plan, where you decide in advance. You automate your learning. You decide in advance what you're going to do in 2026. I once met a very senior banker, to schedule a meeting with him. And, he opened up his calendar. And what I saw in his calendar, it's called a monthly activity schedule. He has planned out what is called Q2. Some of you might be familiar with this terminology. Dr. Stephen Covey made it very popular. Quadrant 2 is what is important but not urgent. And this is the quadrant where the leaders spend 50 to 70% of their time. So learning is not urgent, but it is very important. And I'm not even asking you to spend 50% of your time or even 10% of your time. I'm urging you to set aside only 60 hours of your time into a calendar which has got programs curated to deal with the challenges that we have in our life and how it can help us move forward. Before I dive into sharing with you the programs that we have got, I'll share with you a little bit of context so you know where we are coming from. We at Mindful Living have been preparing our annual calendar in advance for the whole year. So, like at the start of 2025, we have the whole calendar for 25. Now we have the whole calendar for 2026 ready for us. But we never used to share it with the community, and with the community, we would always release programs 1 month in advance. And then we thought, why have this monthly approach? Why not share the entire calendar at one go? So people can decide in advance, that this is what I want to learn and this is where I can go to learn this. And that is why we decided to start sharing our calendar. That was one thing that motivated us. The other was the experience of the participants whom we saw that jumping from program to program to program. So they come in for one program, then continue for the second and then third and the fourth and fifth. And there was a reason why they were doing that, because they were going deep into their learning. Each program added depth and breadth to their learning, and they were in that learning zone where they were deriving the maximum benefits. Then that also motivated us to come up with this annual learning program, the systematic learning program, where you can plan your entire 2026 60 hours that you're going to devote to concentrated, intensive, high powered learning program which will elevate your life. So who is this program for? This program is for anybody who's passionate about personal development and enhancing leadership skills and financial success. Anybody who follows thought leaders actively, who attends webinars, who prefers structured program rather than a random approach. Many people are, they just go through, the year trying to learn this, trying to learn that, and then it doesn't come in together. And, there is not optimum outcome from the time that they have, time and money they have invested in the program. And this is a program which will help you sharpen your competitive edge, because that is how we have structured it. Every program leads to a measurable outcome as we go along. Moving forward, now we are going to dive into the programs that we have got, and we are going to start with the first one that is coming up in January, which is called LSD. When I share this name LSD with people have all kind of notions about what LSD is. That's why I have put the pictures of the deities here to clarify. This is Lakshmi, Saraswati, Durga. But before I talk about the program, I would like you to reflect for a couple of minutes on these questions which are coming up on the screen for you, and then we will dive into talking about the program. If it is not relevant for you, you may skip and move to the next one. But if it is, then take the time. What, as per you, is really holding you back from your growth? And while we are at this, I would like to, okay, you first write down, I'll not prompt you. What do you think is holding you back? From your, this could be personal growth, career growth, financial growth. What will truly change in your life if you commit to structured learning? Yeah, the Mayur, that's a challenge each one of us has. It's only a degree that varies. 80% of the obstacles are internal. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Mayur. How much time am I honestly investing in you? You don't have to share this with us unless you want to. So these are answers for you, for your own self. So don't worry about having to share them with anybody. If you like, feel free to share. Otherwise, this is for your own reflection. What is the cost of not learning? Is there any cost in terms of missed opportunities? Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mayor. And the last one, all of you can type in the chat what, as per you, is the most stable structure. If you like, you can take screenshot of this for you to reflect on these questions later. Uh, if you want to go deeper into them, we will anyway be sharing recording with everyone who's registered for the program, so you can revisit the entire session again. Otherwise, you can take a screenshot and work on this later. But the last question, the fifth one, what is the most stable structure in the world? This one I'll request everybody to type in the chat. As per you, what is the most stable structure? Any responses to the last question? Fifth question. What is the most stable structure, physical structure in the sorry if the question was not clear. What is the most stable physical structure? It's okay, so I'll just take a minute to bring everybody. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. I think my question is not clear. What I meant was the pyramids are the most stable physical structure in the world. They have been standing for more than 5,000 years. Okay, and it is a triangle which is considered to be the most stable structure, and the LSD program is inspired from that in a way. Also from the deities, of course. And here we make a bulletproof strategy for you to help you move ahead in your career. And this is a completely unique program. To my knowledge, there is nobody else in the world who is offering this program in the world. And there are three pillars to a solid career growth. First, and this is career growth as a professional in the job, or a coach or a self-employed professional. First is Lakshmi. In this program, we talk about how can you create a structure which will ensure that you and your family will have money, whether you work or not work, you are healthy or sick, whether you're alive or dead. Okay, the money will always flow for you. Okay, this is the structure. How to put this structure in place is what we discussed. And why do we do that? Because when you are at peace financially, when you're not struggling to make your career meet, ends meet, or your family, providing for your family, you can focus on building your career, focus on Saraswati, which is about acquiring knowledge and growing further in your career. The second part is about Saraswati. How do we keep learning? What should I learn? How much time? Where to go? A lot of questions around Saraswati, and there are people, mostly, I'm not talking about the people in the session today, but generally if you ask everybody, what do you want in life, people will tell you money. I want money. But we need to understand Saraswati has to come before Lakshmi has to come. Okay, so how Saraswati is very important component of your career or business growth. So we share those perspectives with you. Also, if one of them is there and not the other one is not there, if Lakshmi is there but you don't have the knowledge, then it reminds me of that scene from Three Idiots, where Javed Jaffri's father in the movie says that I have got money, but I'm Thinga, I'm Thinga chap. लोग मेरे सामने तो मेरे को बहुत इज्जत करते हैं, सलाम मारते हैं, बट जैसे ही मैं मुड़ता हूँ लोग बोलते हैं आप ठेंगा चापो. सो इफ यू हैव गॉट लक्ष्मी बट यू हैव गॉट नो सरस्वती, you are not respected in the society. And if you have got Saraswati but you have no money, then also you may not be respected. So what is the optimum mix? How Lakshmi is important for Saraswati, and how Saraswati is important for Lakshmi, and how they bring stability to each other. What would happen if you have Lakshmi but no Saraswati, and Saraswati but no Lakshmi? How it can destabilize your life. And last but not the least important is Durga, the power of our emotions and the power of our relationships, and how to network, invest in relationships, so that we can be visible at our workplace, and we can grow in our career and be happy. There are a lot of people who have achieved external success, but they have a sense of emptiness. They don't have a sense of fulfillment. So how to have this sense of fulfillment, happiness, satisfaction, and growth? That is what we talk about in this program. This is 4 sessions. And it starts, we are starting from 10th of January. So, in case this is something that you think is relevant for you, you can, I'm not asking you to take a decision now till we go through the entire program, but I would just like you to make a note of this. There is a very famous quote which says that what you will be in 5 years from now is a function of 2 things: the books you read and the people you associate with. So this program, brings everything together: my own learning and experience of coaching hundreds of business professionals into this program, and it helps you build visibility, networking, and become a person of influence. Once my boss asked me, Ashish, are you a Tom? And I was wondering, what is he saying? Do you know what a Tom is? Anybody? This is not a test of knowledge, and I would really appreciate if you can keep your cameras on. It's always good to see your beautiful faces rather than the black tiles. What is Tom? Tom. Tom is top of the mind, So if you are not Tom for your boss or for your client or for your prospects, it's unlikely that you will, yes, thank you, Richard, for sharing that. It's unlikely that you will get business or business growth, so being top of the mind is very, very important. So all of that comes together in this LSD program. I'll pause here to see if this is making sense for you, or if you have any quick questions before I go through the rest of the program. Thank you, Richard. If this is making sense for you, please type MS in the chat. Atulji, Rahul, Khushbu, thank you, Prashit, thank you, Richard, Mayur, Madhav, Nitesh. Is this making sense for you? Thank you, Manoj. Yeah, thank you, friends. So thank you for your responses. Glad to see this is making sense. And now we will move forward to the next program, which is the psychology of success. This program is inspired by the work that Tony Robbins does, and he says that success is 80% psychology. I used to think it is I did my MBA in finance, so it's a very technical subject. I'm also a cost accountant, and I have worked in the insurance industry, very technical industry. Very, all of this is very technical. So I used to think that is what is the most important, till I realized that it is not technical skills which make you successful. It is your psychology, it is your mindset, it is your emotional intelligence that makes you successful. So in this program, we talk about how to become mentally tough. This is one of the challenges we have today, especially with Gen Z also, that they're very fragile. People have become very emotionally fragile now. How do we become tough? Mentally tough, not physically tough, mentally tough. How do we maximize our mindset for success? What are the 3 mental traps to avoid, which we accidentally land into? How to replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones? I think somebody said, that most of the challenges, I think Mayur said, most of the challenges lie within me. So how do you identify what are the challenges that lie within, and how by easily changing those thoughts and replacing that with empowering ones. What is the process to do that? What is the technology to do that? What are the peak performance technologies? The power of goals, staying focused on the goals, and 6 success habits, which is based on my research of so many years of what successful people do to be successful. So this is the psychology of success program. It truly helps you become unstoppable. I will not read out the middle word, and invincible. Nobody will be able to take panga with you will become completely unstoppable. If you think that is wow, please type W in the chat. If becoming unstoppable and invincible, where nobody can take any panga with you, nobody can touch you, because they know that if I touch him, I'll burn. He's so strong, she's so strong. How would that be? Please type wow if you think this program, the psychology of success, helps you become unstoppable and invincible. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, friends. Thank you for your responses. So this is the psychology of success program. Very powerful. Everything that we share in the program is based on a lot of research, and my personal practice, so you can be sure that you are in safe hands. Our next program is about stress to smiles, which is the impact of stress on the productivity loss, either individually or as leaders in your organizations. It is important for us to understand that when people are stressed, they are very unidimensional in their thinking, and there is a big loss to productivity that takes place. And it's not a small percentage. 91% of the people feel mentally full or overwhelmed, which impacts their performance and relationships. I was talking about people being very fragile. So one of the things that organizations invite me to speak on is how to help their teams collaborate. People are not able to work in teams now. People are not able to collaborate, so because they are so highly stressed. So this program helps us understand whether stress is good or bad. What is stress? Is it good or bad? Because typically whenever we think of stress, we think of stress as something which is bad, which is to be avoided. But we have the very fine distinction between good stress, which is called EU stress, and bad stress, which is called distress. So how to identify what is the peak level of performance and how stress is related to that? How did the stress come about? How do we recognize stress? Because one of the challenges people have these days is they don't recognize stress, and they work through stress, often to disastrous consequences. They just keep working. Their health keeps spoiling, and one day something drastic happens. What are the causes of stress? How to identify what triggers stress, and mental models which will help us beat stress and become happy. This is a program which is scheduled over 3 sessions in March. So stress is mine. I just want to check with you if my speed is okay, or am I going too fast or too slow. Type okay if my speed at which I'm speaking is fine with you, or would you like me to go fast, in which case type F, or slow, in which case type S. Okay, F or S. Fast. This is fast for you, Madhav? Is that what you're saying? Or would you like me to go slow or go fast? You can unmute and speak, Madhav. You can pace up. Okay. So it's okay, I guess. Okay, so, all right. So next is the Becoming a Trailblazing Leader program. This is a very powerful program. This is our 6th year that we are going to be doing this program. But before we dive into the program, I'll again request you to reflect on the questions that are coming up for you by writing them on the notepad, or you can take a screenshot and continue to reflect on them later also. What are the limiting beliefs do I carry into my career? I'll share with you one of the limiting beliefs I had is that I'm from a small town, So is there any limiting, whereas there is no evidence. Anurag Kashyap is also from the town where I come from. So there is no evidence that small town people can't make it big. But I had this limiting belief, from a small town, I came to Bombay, Delhi, and I used to see all those fleshy, smart people. I used to think, I'm not good enough. So, is there something, or because of education, whether you're from IIT, IIM, or whatever education you think is required, so are there any limiting beliefs that you have? Okay, please, you don't have to share them with us, just reflect on it. Or I can't speak English, you know. This is not a political statement, but when Mr. Narendra Modi became PM, till that time he was not very fluent in English. So if you think that is a limiting belief, if I had one superpower, what would it be? Is there any area you're still operating from fear? Like one of the fears I used to have was what happens if I lose my job? Because I lost my father at an early age and I was the sole breadwinner. So I used to wonder, I used to fear, मेरी नौकरी चली जाएगी तो घर वालों का क्या होगा? Who will take care of my mother and sister? So because I was in that fear, operating from that fear stage, my performance was not optimal. What happens if I don't change anything? If I just continue working with these limiting beliefs or operating from fear? If there is anything that is coming up for you which you would like to share in the chat, it's fine. Otherwise, you can silently reflect. Another 30 seconds or so, and then we will move forward. So, becoming a trailblazing leader program is a very powerful program. Almost everybody I ask this question, do you think there is a shortage of good leaders in our society and our business? The answer is a unanimous no. Whether in businesses or in our society, politics, we all think we can benefit from better leaders. So this is a program which builds on the leadership skills, starting with self-leadership. A lot of leadership programs are about leading teams, about this and that, but you can hardly lead teams if you're not able to handle yourself first. So the first session in the program is developing a champion's mindset, which is about taking charge of our own life, our own thinking, realizing that whether I'm living the life in a victim mode or a victor mode, and how all the champions, irrespective of the circumstances they have, lead their lives in the victor mode, or how they were living in victim mode but their lives change when they transform their thinking to the victor mode. A lot of case studies we share in this, from business, from politics, from sports, to illustrate the points. It's about limiting beliefs, empowering beliefs, resilience. Very powerful session. The second one is about success blueprint, which is about imagination quotient. Whenever we think of IQ, we think in terms of intelligence quotient. But Einstein says that imagination is more powerful than intelligence. And come to think about it, the Wright brothers who invented the aeroplane, they didn't have the intelligence, there was no prior knowledge of how to make a plane. They used their imagination. They were bicycle mechanics. They were not aeronautical engineers. They used their imagination. So by using our imagination, we can create a life, or we can create what we want in our life. So in this session, we use our imagination to create a vision for our life, which can then propel ourselves. And again, I'm repeating myself, but all of this is backed by science. Thirdly, we talk about the most valuable resource that we have got, which is time. And I'm so grateful to you for giving your most precious resource to me today. Whether it is Ambani or Adani or Elon Musk or Narendra Modi, everybody has got the same 24 hours. The Dhirubhai Ambani was a petrol pump attendant. From that he has risen to this position, and now his son is taking it. They're one of the most richest people in the world. How? By using the time. By using our time intelligently. From anybody can rise from anywhere to anywhere. That is what we talk about in this. Where are we draining? Where is our time being wasted? Identifying those time wasters. We would not let a robber come into our house and steal our money and valuables. But जो सबसे important चीज़ है हमारा time, हम Instagram, Snapchat, इसको उसको we let them steal. Happily we let them steal. Okay. How to identify those leakages? How to decide same 24 hours by investing intelligently? How can you elevate your life? Then we talk about compassionate leadership, which is the best form of leadership. And we have case studies from army, from business, how using compassionate leadership you can elevate your leadership and your team and performance. How the great companies, not good companies, great companies in the world have this leaders who embrace and embody this compassionate leadership style. Emotional intelligence, I talked about it, is responsible for 85% of our success. What is emotional intelligence? I used to be an emotional fool. I never paid attention to my emotions. And when you don't pay attention to your emotions, you are not able to tune into the emotions of other people also. And what are the challenges that help? That were caused because of this being an emotional fool. So understanding what is emotional fool, what is emotional intelligence, what are the benefits of tuning in, what is gut feeling, what is the science behind gut feeling, and how we can all take better decisions by tuning into our emotional intelligence. Where do you tune in, etc. There's a lot of research we do in this. Then ego and pursuit of excellence. How ego can come in the way of pursuit of excellence. How can we reframe that to pursue excellence at work and in personal life. And the last one is about sharpening the X, which is the 4 dimensions of our performance: physical, intellectual, social, and spiritual. How do we sharpen them constantly and get into a virtuous upward spiral of success, a growth which is getting better? How can you make your life keep getting better and better and better all the time? And then we have capstone. This is a program which starts in April and will go on till May. And then we have this program, Magical Success Rituals. And I don't say this, McKinsey says that people with daily rituals are 2 times more productive than those without these structured routines. All successful people have success rituals. There is success rituals. And so knowing what are those success rituals of these successful people, आपका कोई success ritual है क्या? Have you tried in the past to have success rituals but not been able to successfully do that? What are my own success rituals? How has my life changed by following the success rituals? All of this we cover in the success rituals program. There's an acronym which is Magical Success Rituals, a very powerful program. Then we have a program on gratitude. So magical success rituals and gratitude are very powerful manifestation techniques. Anybody who is interested in manifestation, should attend these programs. There is a lot of research again done on gratitude. Dr. Robert Emmons of University of California has been doing research on gratitude for over 20 years. He's authored many books, and he says that practicing gratitude increases optimism by 21% and sleep quality by 30%. And there are so many other benefits of gratitude which we are too many to be enumerated here, but this is in brief. So we have a program on the magic, which is based on the book The Magic, one of the best books I have read in my life. This program is based on that. It has got 4 sessions and daily practice of about 20 to 30 minutes. This comes up for you in the month of July. Then we come to another very powerful program on mindfulness, which mindfulness is a practice which helps focus, increase focus and decision making, and reduces stress, and the productivity goes up and your error rates come down. So this is a program which I have conceptualized. Mindfulness is Swiss knife for corporate professionals. What are the 5 components of mindfulness? Attention, awareness, acceptance, ego identification, and choice, and how they can help us deal with any challenge that we are facing in our life. Like a Swiss knife is something which the soldiers used to carry in the battlefield, and with that one knife they can cut rope, they can open their food can, they can put screws in their bullet, and there are so many things they could do. Like that, mindfulness is one intangible tool which you can always have with you to deal with the challenges that we are having of distraction, demotivation, disengagement, difficulty in decision making, difficulty in collaborating, working with teams, relationship issues, and so many other. Whatever the challenges, we can deal with that with mindfulness. We go to colleges and we learn technical skills primarily to earn money, right? Most of us would work or have one of the key reasons to work as finance as the motivators. However, nobody teaches us how to manage personal finance. I'm an MBA in finance and a cost accountant, but these two programs didn't have anything on personal finance. And however intelligent you might be, you can be a financial disaster if you have not learned how to manage your personal finance. So that is why we put together this program on the Millionaire Blueprint program, where we teach the basics of personal finance and how everybody can by having a proper perspective become a dollar millionaire. In today rupee terms, dollar millionaire means about 9 crores in savings. Some of you may have it, some of you may be on way to having it, but we will put, most of the people I talk to, they don't have a clear cut strategy. They're kind of moving in that direction but not with clarity. So you will get that clarity how to ensure that you will have this 9 crore. This is inspired by one gentleman, Donald Reed, who was a janitor. He was a sweeper, but when he passed away, he had $8 million in his, he left a will of $8 million. He had worth was $8 million. Nobody knew it while he was alive. They got to know it when he, his will was read, and he gave $4 million to the city hospital, another $2 million to the library where he used to go and study, and $2 million he left for his children. So that's how they came to know. So how a janitor can become a dollar millionaire, and why people like you and me are not dollar millionaires, So what are the golden rule of personal finance? How rich keep getting richer, and the most stable structure, which is the pyramid structure for financial planning, we talk about in this program. Next one is about goal setting. This is how we finish the year so that you can start 27 by setting your goals in 26. Scranton University study says that only 8% of the people consistently achieve their goals because they have system, structure, and accountability. So in this program, goal setting program, we have how to set goals, why should you have goals, and the psychology of goal setting. There are many myths people have about goal setting. What is the difference between wish and a goal? There might be people on this call who wish that their 2026 might be better, but wishing will not make 2026 better. There is work need to be done. And what are the different dimensions for physical, intellectual, social, spiritual, financial, career, which dimension you want to work on? And what are the goals? What is the right goal to set? Some people set very large goals and then they fail, or some set very low goals so they don't get motivated. So I have learned goal setting from Manoj Nair. I think he's there on this call. 5 years back, March 2020, I learned goal setting from him, and I have been consistently achieving my goals since then every year, except for this year, where for some reasons I could not achieve. But I know what were those reasons, and I'm making those corrections in 2026. But in this program, I share my 5-6 years of goal setting and achieving journey. What are the difficulties I face? And again, this is backed by a lot of research and success. So now I would like to, I'd like to ask you, are you someone, please type Y in the chat if you are someone who would like to fast track your career growth while maintaining work-life balance. Please type Y if you are, and when I say career, it could be personal, thank you Prashit, it could be professional or as a businessman, whatever career. Learn and implement. I would expect everybody, there are 18 people on the call, please type Y if this resonates with you. If you would like to learn and implement Success rituals and habits to stay focused and motivated. Achieve financial abundance by gaining clarity and actionable strategies. And lastly, if you would like to cultivate mindfulness to enhance productivity, reduce stress, and improve overall well-being. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Rajesh. Thank you, Vinish. Thank you, Dhruv. So those who have responded, fine, but there are many who have yet to respond. Aryan, Bikash, Suresh, Manoj, Vinish. Thank you, friend. So for those of you whose answer is yes, I would request you to stay in the call, because then I'm going to share now the next part of the call. We're going to share how exactly we are going to move ahead with this program. And if you have not responded, or you are distracted with something else that you're doing, maybe it's time for you to leave the call and catch up on the recording later. So the next part of the call is for those who have answered yes to any one or more questions that were there in the previous slide. And this is a very inspiring quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson, wherein he says that the only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. So by saying yes to these questions, you have taken a decision on the kind of person you want to become in 2026 and beyond. And I would like to congratulate you for taking that decision and share with you about the SLP program that we have put together. It's a comprehensive year-long training program. It's 40 Saturdays. We have these sessions on Saturdays. So it's 40 out of 52 weeks, nearly 10 months program. There are practical success rituals. So everything that we share in the program is practical. It's not theory. It is something which you can carry and implement in your life. And we have some friends here who will share their experiences with you. Mindfulness practices, and one of the most powerful features of this program is the close community support that we have got. It's an excellent community of people who have committed themselves to a year-long learning program and are supporting each other by being accountability partners, and gratitude and positive psychology. There is Harvard Business Review research which shows that professionals who invest 5 hours per week in learning are 39% more likely to step into leadership roles. It shouldn't come as a surprise to you, but I'm just sharing this as a data point. And even Warren Buffett says that the best investment you can make is an investment in your own learning. The more you learn, the more you earn. I think Vinit also shared this at the start in the chat. The more, because learning contains earning in it, the more you learn, the more. And what is the investment you need to make? There are two investments you need to make. One is investment of time, which is the more important thing, and the investment of money. So time we have already spoken about. It is 40 sessions of 1.5 hours each. So 60 hours of time commitment. The fees for all these 9 programs individually that I was sharing with you totals up to 40,991 rupees. And then we have AMA sessions, which are Ask Me Anything sessions, which are in between the sessions. So these AMA sessions we have put together so that you can learn, implement, and come back into AMA sessions to discuss any challenge that you are facing in implementation or clarify if you need anything. So these AMA sessions really become very powerful in helping you implement the learnings. Our intention is not to disseminate information. Our intention is for you to practice so that the transformation happens. And there is, in the package A, there is one coaching session which is inbuilt. It's a 1:1 coaching session. And in package B and C, there are 5 and 10 coaching sessions. The value of each coaching session is about 8,000 rupees. So the total value of the package is 68,000 for package A, 1 lakh for package B, and 1,40,000 for package C. But it comes to you at a massive discount. You don't have to pay 68,991. You only pay 15,963 rupees. Which includes the 9 sessions and one-to-one session, and all the AMA sessions. All these sessions come together to you at a throwaway price of 15,963 rupees. In case you would like to go for 5 one-to-one sessions, then it is 5 one-to-one coaching sessions, then it is 25,000. And for 10 coaching sessions along with the SLP program, it is 35,963 rupees. There is a massive discount of 1,05,000 rupees that we are offering. This program offers the best value, and it's not going to be available at this price forever because there is tremendous value that we pack into this program. So if you are if you're ready to unlock your potential with this proven framework for career and financial success, you please go ahead and remit the fees using the GPay or by scanning this QR code. You can take screenshot of this if you like. And one question which we often get from people is what happens if I miss any session? So the recording, all these sessions are recorded, like this one is also being recorded, and the recording is shared in these sessions for you to catch up. Even if you're traveling or have conflict in calendar, you can catch up the recording that I mentioned. All these sessions are on Zoom, and this is a very resource-rich program. So you get participant workbooks, case studies, assignments, exercises, handouts, and links to reference material. You get a very attractively designed mindful living notebook, which is your companion in this SLP journey, so that you're not taking notes in random pages here or random notebooks here or there, but in one place, so that you have this you can always go back and refer what you learned and how you have implemented and how your journey has moved. The very attractive certificate of completion which we hand out on completion of the program. When will the next workshop be? Next workshop, SLP program, will get launched in November 2026. So don't wait for 1 year to start your journey. Start your journey today. And there is no best time other than the time now. So sometimes people ask me, this is another question which I get asked a lot: why one-to-one coaching? So our sessions are a very safe space for people to share, but sometimes they need one-to-one attention for doing their career vision blueprint, identifying their values, strengths, and limiting beliefs. Some of this work is individual and requires going deep, and that is why one-to-one coaching sessions are required. Or prepare a tailored career progression strategy, prepare a massive action plan. Each coaching session is about an hour, and typically we schedule one session every fortnight or 3 weeks or a month. It is ideal for anybody who wants to grow in their career, is really committed to be it, who are honest, because it's all not a convenient option to look inside yourself and come up, do the growth work. It requires a lot of work. So it requires confidence and courage to follow this. And there is a lot of data which shows that anybody who is on a coaching journey, they have a lot of benefit. There is 70%. This is ICF data which shows that there is 70% improvement in performance, in business management, in time management, and goal achievement also improves. Once again, sharing the package details with you. You can take a screenshot of this. And as I've been in the corporate sector, it has been my second nature to deliver results. And the results that the participants in this program have reported is higher confidence. People have got promoted. They're emotionally more stable. They are able to take greater responsibilities. They're more productive. They're more clear about what they want to achieve in their life, the way they want to go, have better financial health. There is personal transformation and better relationships. But don't believe me. I believe we have some participants from the SLP program, uh, and I would like to invite them to share. Uh, Manoj, are you ready to go first, or Rosina?
Hi, good evening, Ashish. Good evening, everyone. Yes, so my experience with the journey of Trailblazer was amazing. Definitely I have come across a lot of very interesting and meaningful concepts about the gratitude, about emotional intelligence, where it was defined so simply that being emotionally literate does not mean you just being an stupid, or you sometimes you have to uh, uh, drain out your emotions or burst out the emotions. So it was a really wonderful experience of that. It also talked about the journey was about the inculcating the leadership, about self-awareness, being respectful, compassionate, have the integrity and courage with resilience. So over the last 1 year, when it was not only about being learning so much about this, but also being part of the community. Uh, so trust me, over the last 7 to 8 months, I was not employed. I was not earning a regular monthly income. This program have helped me immensely to uh, think beyond my limits. So I had very limited belief that okay, only the job can earn me my monthly income. But this has gone beyond that, and I am in a path of having an entrepreneurial journey very shortly. And that the most important thing, as I mentioned, it was about the association of the good and like-minded people. When you come into community, it definitely helps to stay your mind in a very positive way. So I thank Ashish so much for this program, and it will immensely help the people who are going to attend the future courses as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Manoj. Rosina, would you like to go next?
Yes, Ashish.
Yes.
Hello, friends, everyone. Good evening. Just pardon me with my voice. I'm just having a bad cold. Okay. This journey has been very, I would put it up at very enthusiastic for me. I have I would first of all, I should say thanks to Ashish for pushing me for this program because I was in two minds whether I should go ahead or not. And he said, Rosina, just have faith and just go ahead. And I did that. Uh, I was like, I have learned so many modalities and everything, but I was not able to put up to people, and there was a lot of fear in me. And I was not opening up things with people, with my friends, with everybody. And slowly, steadily, it started. And yes, I have like started developing my clientels, and I've started getting cases for my healing services and everything. So that's one thing. And the best part about SLP was every day Sunday morning you sit with all the with all the colleagues and everyone, and have a great time with the sessions. And every sessions has given me a lot of input, like from getting from the victim mindset to getting into victim mindset. That was the major shift that I will put up. The other was gratitude, then the Ho'oponopono technique which we practiced, and the best part is like we as a group we started standing up for each other, and everybody started interacting with each other, and that was like we have become a family right now. So that's what was my take from this program. Thank you so much, Ashish, and thank
Thank you.
you,
Thank
Manoj
you.
and Dhruv, who were there in this uh, program. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rosina. Dhruv, would you like to share your experience?
Yes, definitely. So, the sessions are very informational, but one thing which I would suggest for people who are joining, ensure that you practice it. Unless you bring those practices, start inculcating it into your behavior, it would just become your results would intent versus the results would it's Ashish is giving you a fantastic road, but you have to drive on it. So the good part is you'll get the road, uh, and you what other like Rosina and others have also mentioned is about the people, like-minded people with whom you will travel and get motivation to actually move on that journey. I really liked the aspect of uh, a, a buddy. So, for example, Manoj has been my buddy. There was another person who is not here right now on this call, but that buddy system has helped keep us on the track to keep driving on that road which Ashish lays down for us in this session. The gratitude aspect, I know my own self understanding about myself has improved, has changed. That allows us to take better decisions. And the conscious mind and subconscious mind, some of you may know, some of you may be learning it during this journey. It's like, how do you ensure that your subconscious mind and conscious mind are aligned? Any misalignment in it, it would create problems. And one of these sessions and the colleagues in this sessions would actually help you move towards that journey. It's not like a stick, carrot and stick. It's more like a very supportive environment in which you are able to make yourself, change yourself towards a better self.
Thank you. Thank you, Dhruv, for sharing that. And considering that we are towards the end of the session, let me quickly go through some more details. We take only limited number of participants. One of my friends says that Veer Bhogya Vasundhara, which roughly translate into saying that it is those who are courageous benefit and enjoy the bounty that our planet Earth has got. And this work, like Dhruv and Manoj, Rosina shared, requires courage. It requires effort. It requires practice. So we take only few people, 20 people in a batch, and we already have about 8-9 who have already signed up. So very few seats that remain. I would urge you to take action and join now. This results into a compounding effect. The work that you start doing results into a compounding effect over a period of time, and your life skyrockets and moves into a completely different level. You heard Rosina, Manoj, and Dhruv talk about the community and the support, active support that each one of us has got. There are many senior business leaders who are also a part of our community. People who have been figured in Harvard Business Reviews. People who are independent directors. People who have made world records. Different kind. And for those who are action takers, I would like to offer a personally signed copy hardcover of my book Beyond Limits, which is a bestseller. It has sold over 1,200 copies, so it comes to you complimentary if you decide to join today. Once again, sharing with you details of the packages. You can remit or let us know if you are interested. Let 2026 be the best year ever. Make that decision to invest in the right knowledge, right community, right mindset systematically, and let your growth not be a function of chance. The methodology is very strong. We have reflected questions, and like the ones you experienced today, self-diagnosis, which Dhruv also mentioned about, storytelling, concept teaching, real-world analogies, science-backed explanations, program-by-program walkthrough, interactive testimonials, visual frameworks, emotional empowerment, and this thing. Sometimes I hear from people, why should we sign up for this program? I can learn it on YouTube for free. For sure, you can learn. My boss used to say that YouTube is YouTube University. Of course, there is great value that you derive in YouTube, but it may or may not lead to transformation, because for transformation there is so much more that you need. As Dhruv mentioned, you need practice, and you need that community support. You need somebody walking along with you to make that happen for you. That is why it is very important. It is possible that you're not ready to commit for 40 sessions in a year, and that is why we have the flexibility of sharing recordings and AMA sessions, so that if you are not able to attend live, you can catch up on the recording, or you may choose to not go for the entire package but 1 or 2 sessions or a mini package. In case you're interested in a mini SLP program, you can type in the chat mini SLP and our team will get in touch with you. Or self-help programs don't work for everyone. You are right, it only works for those who do the work. It's not about information. If you take the information and then don't do anything about it, but I need practical career results you will get if you are working on it. And another one is, where is the money to pay for this program? I want to. But the fact is, you need to take that first step. If you need to swipe a credit card, swipe that credit card, because the return in self is the return which gives you the highest return. Stock market will give you 15-20%, but do your own calculation. What is the amount that you have invested in education, and what is the return you have got from that education? So the amount that you have spent through your school, college, and then calculate the total earnings you have had in your career. You may add the other amount you have invested in other trainings. So this is completely exponential, thousands of percentage return you get. Will I stay motivated for the whole year? Yes, absolutely. The community will make sure that you are engaged and motivated. Nothing changes if you don't act. And it's possible that you don't relate to all the 9 programs, but the way the structure is built, it leads to each other. So the cumulative effect, like it's not 1 and 1 is not 2, 1 and 1 is 11. And you can take a decision to enroll yourself for the program by remitting just 1499 rupees today, and the balance you can pay before the start of the first program, which is on 10th of January. So using the same QR code or the GPay number, you can remit 1499 and reserve your seat. These are the bank details in case somebody wants to enroll from outside India. We also have a PayPal, so you can let us know and we'll be happy to have you here. You can type 1 if you are interested and need help in making the payment. You can type 1 in the chat. Or if you are interested but need some clarifications before joining, type 2. And if you are not interested in this program and do not want us to contact you, type 3. So that saves you and us both time to. Thank you. All right, because our team will get in touch with you to schedule a time. And if you had one superpower, what would that be? I would say let it be the ability to learn, because if you acquire the ability to learn the new things, because your come to think about it, your trajectory of life will be a function of your ability to learn and the speed at which with you can learn and unlearn what is not working for you, which is the limiting beliefs and anything else, and relearn new things. So your ability to learn is one superpower. I will now open up the session. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to take them. Aryan, Richard, Manoj, Rajesh, Devinder, Sasha. Sasha, would you like to share your experience with SLP?
Yes, sure. Okay. I'm on the road, so my background, you might see some vehicles.
Fair enough. I hope
Okay.
you're not driving.
No, I just stopped.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sasha, very
So,
happy to hear from you. Yeah.
yeah, good evening, everyone. My name is Shesha. I've known Ashish for close to 4 years now, and it's been an amazing journey with him. The last 1 year when I signed up for SLP, I was keen to know what's there for me in the long term and also in the short term. So eventually, I was also very skeptical. What would I be making out of these sessions? But as the year progressed, I could clearly make out some of the sessions that actually Ashish ji chalked out has really helped me to grow in all aspects of the life. I probably went very high on MSD. Okay. So that was a pretty good, interesting one to start the SLP program. And apparently, the other things that was also taught session over session helped me grow brick by brick. I was in a very dire situation when probably first 3 months, and then since we get some of the one-to-one sessions from Ashish, I was able to get out of that situation pretty easily. And I today landed up in a job that I was aspiring for almost like 2 3 years. That's all because of Ashish ji's support, one-to-one help, and also especially the course that supported. I'm glad that some of you who are listening to Ashish ji will definitely be uh, getting more than what Ashish ji has mentioned. Uh, the gain is not just 100x; it could be 1,000, or it's for the lifetime. Some of the examples that are given, and also the tasks that we will be assigned, will definitely make us think and introspect what we have been doing and how to change the course. It's a kind of like corrections that also are imbibed in our daily life, and it's a ritual that we are going to follow for the subsequent years for our growth and also for helping our families. It's an overall development. It's not just limited to us. We also help our children and also our spouses with some of the learnings from these sessions. Thank you, Ashish ji. And
Very, yeah.
one more thing I wanted to tell is Ashish ji's team member Vaishnavi has been very kind. She calls up every session and reminds us that okay, there is a session subsequently tomorrow morning, and that's been really great. And I echo Dhruv and others in about the buddy program and also having the community support.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Ashish ji.
Thank you, Sasha, for that very powerful testimony. I'm so happy to see the progress that you have made
Yeah,
and
thank you.
the benefit that you derived from the program. Thank you
Sure.
very
Yeah,
much.
yeah,
Thank you very
thank you.
much. Yeah. So, friends, we open up the session to any questions you may have. You've got 2 minutes to go. Any questions, any comments you may have, anything that you liked in the program that stood out for you. All right.
Thank you very much, Ashish. It was obviously an eye opener for me. I understand is Mr. Richard would like to say ask something.
Yeah. Hi, Richard. Is there something you would like to share or ask?
No, no, I'm multitasking, but I'm grateful to be here. I've been listening into the conversations, and it's good to see some of you people in real life. I think I'm very humbled and grateful to, through the grapevine, meet Ashish a couple of years ago. It's been a tremendous positive.
Thank you.
No, nothing to add.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for taking out and joining us. I hope you will be able to take the right decision for your family and for your sake. And wishing you all a Merry Christmas, a fantabulous 2026, and a great weekend ahead. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.